PUBcast.
This will never work! Hello, and welcome
Hello.
to PUBcast.
PUBcast.
So, how's your week been, Gareth? I'm Sean, by the way.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm Gareth, right?
Yeah,
That's good.
That's right.
That's right,
I think
yeah.
so. Last time I checked.
Yeah, that's good. So, yeah, I've been good.
Yeah.
Just been busy. Been very busy with certain event, which will be coming up soon.
What
with,
kind of glorious mysteries will unfold?
People will have to wait. That one person who commented on our post will have to wait.
That one time.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mum.
He loves it.
Yeah.
So what are we going to be talking about
Today, Mr. G. Today we are talking about two main things. We've got virtual reality,
Yep.
And the precarious position it's currently in.
Okay.
Which I'm fairly interested in.
Yeah.
And I think it's worth discussing.
That's fair enough.
And after that, Crawl.
Yeah, that's a really, really good game. It's quite an old game, but I've just realised that it's quite something that we should really look at, and it's quite fun.
Yeah.
So, tell me a little bit about your VR
endeavours. Well, really. Okay. So basically, you may know that in CCP, the makers of EVE Online and a few other ones, Valkyrie, have recently closed down two of their offices.
Okay.
They're an Icelandic company. There's about 100 staff affected, but they were predominantly or mainly VR developers.
So why have they closed it down?
Basically, they don't see that in its current state it's profitable. In 2010, they had a kind of like a grant investment from the US government of about $30 million.
Right.
And they've only kind of broke even on that.
And
recently.
Is that with EVE Online?
No, that's with that's with kind of various different platforms they've been developing on.
Yeah.
EVE Valkyrie is a kind of it's an online space 3D dogfighting shooter. I mean,
it ties
looks
in
lovely.
with it.
Yeah. I mean, it looks gorgeous as you'd expect. You know, it's AAA. But I think it's quite an interesting one because what we're seeing is that Is VR just going to go the same route as 3D televisions? You know, remember Nvidia 3D? 3D ready projectors, 3D ready TVs. The other TV, it was 120 hertz, so you could actually handle the VR.
I actually own a 3D monitor just because I wanted one, and I think I've used it maybe a couple times.
Yeah.
I went to see Thor in 3D, and I'll be honest, I saw that in 4D actually, and I'll be honest,
4D.
It was 4D, and I'll be honest, I wasn't that impressed.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good, but there was a bit of ghosting, or there was a bit maybe with the way I was sitting, maybe because I have glasses on.
Thing. See, that's the thing. It's a bulky tech. You got to wear the glasses, and at home, it's not just the fact that you need to have like an incredibly beefy system to be able to actually have anything that looks kind of like decent graphics, because ultimately your computer's having to render two separate images, one for each eye.
That's right.
So that's why the majority of 3D games now are incredibly stylized. Like we played Jeff's Tower at Celtic Games Show, which was I loved it, as you know. Like I was
you
a
loved
massive,
that.
massive
You really
fan.
did,
It was so immersive. I
tweeted them on our page, don't you?
Yeah, and it was an amazing experience. But you've got to basically strap half a kilo of gear to your head. And go and are most people going to want to do that? It's quite an intrusive thing.
I quite like that though. Because I don't know. It kind of imagines like all those movies.
It's quite cyberpunky.
What's that new movie that's coming out? The Ready Player One, is it?
Yeah.
Ready Player One. He puts like a little visor. All like the movies you see, they put a visor. Sword Art Online, they put a visor on. Don't know if you've seen that anime.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a weird anime.
I mean, personally, I would like it to see it happen, but
wants to mess with his cousin.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they are. So for me personally, I quite like it, but I do understand that it is a bit of a bulky tech.
But I think I'm really interested to hear what our listeners are going to take on it. I mean, are they up for it? Are they think it's going to go somewhere?
Yeah.
Do they like the idea of like strapping half a kilo to your head? Obviously, it's going to get lighter as technology gets better. But I mean, is it something that you're interested in?
Yeah.
In the future, do you think it's going to be big? Do you think it's going to be as unanimous with?
I think if they get the cost down, because I don't know how much it is now. It's like, isn't it like? Is it still 400? Is it 400.
It's around that mark.
Yeah, so I would say not as much as a console, but I would say almost as near. So if it was like 200, maybe 150, I think they would sell a lot more. I just think, I know they would probably make it at a loss. Most like Xbox and Sony sell their consoles at a loss at the start anyway, and then they make their money back because obviously they've sold so many, and they sell the games and everything. So me personally, I think it's just take that bit of time and see how it is. But yeah, I do understand, like, I think with monitors, 3D monitors, that's it. I think that's going to go.
But here's the second thing as well. So if you're, you've got your mates over and you're playing, you can have an extra controller. That's easy. Like, am I going to spend 400 quid on a second VR headset?
Exactly.
So that my mate can play with me?
Yeah, I know. Well, speaking of mates and having mates over, there's an old 2D pixel game. Yeah. Which is, well, I guess all pixel games are 2D. They're 3D. Is there a 3D pixel game?
I guess all games are pixel.
I guess so. Yeah, all games. So it was a pixel game.
Yeah.
But it's a really, really good one. I highly recommend it. I bought it the other day on Kingu. Which is a really dirt cheap website. Yeah. For £1.85, you just go online, type in like 10% discount. So basically, the premise of the game is you go into a dungeon, and you're a hero of this dungeon, right? The voice acting is actually something that really surprised me because I thought there wasn't going to be.
That's always
there is a little bit, like it's only at the start,
right?
At the start of the game, and also the tutorial bit. Yeah. So you start in, and you've got like a sword, and basically you have to. There's at least 3 other characters, but you can put them as AI. Or you can have it with friends, which is the whole point. It's only local co-op. That's the only bad thing.
That's the thing, yeah.
That's the only bad thing. So you start off around a campsite, and basically you have to kill. But it's one shot. It's like who you're going to kill, who's going to be the main hero. So you start off the main hero, then you have to go through all the different rooms. So kind of like a Mexican
standoff type thing.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's just swords, right? So now you have to go through all the different rooms. But all the other heroes there, or the other players, they don't die. No one dies until you actually complete the boss. Right. They all turn into ghosts. So all the ghosts follow you around. The main character controls the camera. Right. And then there's like little things you have to collect. You have to collect coins. You have to collect rocks. No, you don't do any for that. But there's also
Pokemon cards, stamps.
There's little symbols on the ground, right? And you could when one of the ghosts go on there, they can summon a creature, and you choose one of the creatures at the start of the game, and you only have 3, but you can level them up. So when the hero levels up, you gain Wrath. As you get more Wrath, you can increase your monsters. But obviously the hero levels up and obviously gets stronger. Okay. So everything, and as you go further down into the dungeon, more Wrath, more XP, hero goes up, and then you have to reach level 10, at least level 10, to get to the boss. And then you have to fight an AI boss. But the AI has aspects of that you can possess and then try to mess them up. So not only do you have to kill the boss, you also have to kill the other characters who can control bits of the boss to like mess you up. And if the character dies, that's it. He dies. It doesn't reset, but then I think it goes on to the next stage, and you have to keep on doing it until someone kills that boss.
It'd be really nice. Really graphic. It'd be really nice to be able to bring this to have other people playing it. That would be awesome.
It's really, really good. So we're going to be doing. We're still in like test phase because we're still just like messing about with like our friends. But we go to Firestorm on Thursdays to play some board games and stuff. But we thought, why don't we bring a laptop? You know,
have a controller.
Yeah, a couple of controllers, so we can play board games. It's free, but if you want to play one of their games, you do have to pay, which is £5 deposit and then £1 a player. But we've got games there, so don't worry about that. Buy a drink for them, buy some food for them. It's quite good. They've got a large selection of games, which is really nice.
Yeah,
it's
just being around games and gamers.
It's there. Come and meet us. It's really enjoyable. Load of friends there and stuff like that. But
and
like
celebrate the oncoming Friday in style.
Exactly. But highly recommend Crawl. If you're looking at the trailer, it's so much fun, and it's one of those games there where you'll make enemies basically.
And let us know what you think about VR.
Yes.
Comment below. Any questions? And if there's anything that you'd like us to discuss in any following podcasts, give us a shout. We'll see what we can do.
Oh yeah. Or tell us what we've done wrong. Maybe. That one guy.
Hey, fuck you.
Okay. Alright. Well, that's Well, with that, let's goodbye.
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 Bye bye. That one time.
That one time.
Thanks, Mum.
We loved it.
Yeah.